welcome back to the Beats by Travis podcast. I am your host, Travis Smith. Today, I have Mike Kinkle on. We're going to be talking about his music, some of the shows that he's throwing here at West End, some of his new music releases. But before we dive into that, be sure to subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you listen to. I just got everything up on Spotify, just got it up on YouTube, got a website up at Beats by Travis where you guys can go there, find out who I am, get a little bit of context if you don't know who I am, but also follow along with the new episodes and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Mike, thank you for coming on and chatting with me.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. You are a musician, you do things here in town. Tell me what you do. I mean, I know who you are, but tell the people.
I do a lot of different things. I have a couple different bands. The Squirrels, for one, that's probably what I'm most infamous for. The last Squirrels show is happening in September at Harvest Fest in Spavinaw, Oklahoma. And then I have Whiskey Bender with Caroline Mendoza. We just released a single called Frontierland, and then I tour solo as a Kink, and I just released a single as the Kink called Katie Came Along.
What kind of music is it?
Both of them are folk. The Squirrels were a rock band. I'm gonna basically do a couple folk albums, and then the album after that will be a rock album.
Tell me about Caroline Mendoza. I've been seeing her a lot lately. Has she been playing around here for a while? Or?
Yes, she's from Mountain View, I want to say. It's Mountain View or Mountain Home. I always get both of them confused. But yeah, she's been playing around for quite a while. I think she said like 8 years the last time I talked to her, something like that. Her and I are almost like, we like to call it like two heads of the same coin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the album artwork kind of reflects that. We're planning on having like a double-sided LP, basically.
That's nice. Someone to collaborate with is nice, I bet.
Yeah.
So you also have your own music, or this new single that you've just released.
Yeah.
Where do you record at?
I record with Steven Stubblefield in Eureka Springs. He has a place called Dark Hollow Audio Lab. He's a pretty cool guy on top of
Yeah,
it.
it must be nice to go to Eureka Springs and record.
Oh, I stay there permanently. I'm on permanent staycation as of right now in Eureka.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the venues like in Eureka? Is there a lot of good venues there?
Yeah.
That you think?
Yeah, there's quite a few. I love Missy's. Missy's is one of my favorite venues for sure. Brews. I have to shout out Brews. They are one of the last real holdouts for culture and art in general that's not really being gatekept. They just do things just because they love art. You know?
That's awesome.
And that's very rare to find.
So you think they're really, as a venue, they're carrying the real spirit of Eureka Springs?
I think so. Yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
sure.
August 23rd through the 30th, we have Arkansas Music Week going on that I have put together with my friends at Arkansas Music Experience. We reached out to all the venues. We said, hey, we're trying to celebrate music for a week. Can you give us your lineups? Some venues threw on some more shows than they would average do, or they would usually do, considering so many people would be here in the spirit of music for the week. Let's go ahead and dive into some of these shows that's going to be going on here at West End. On August 27th, we have Senses Divide with Whisper to Scream, Seascape, and Architecture, which will be a good show.
Yeah.
August 28th, Happiness Beast, Liquid Courage, Speed Queen, and Count Your Cards.
Yes, Happiness Beast is one of my favorites that's played here so far.
August 29th, Cosmic Cream and Shotgun Divorce.
Yes, and leader of Cosmic Cream is actually the booking agent for Maxine's in Hot Springs.
Oh, nice.
So anybody that plays in a band, if you want to bother the agent of Maxine's, he'll be here.
Let's make that a reel. Sign it up.
He'll be here on Saturday.
So you mean to tell me that on August 29th, the booking agent for Maxine's in so if you want to play at in Hot Springs, you literally just have to come here and meet him at the show. Is that why he's here?
If you are in a band and you want to play here or in Hot Springs or both, you just have to be here on Saturday of Arkansas Music Week.
What's his name?
His name is Cole Blair.
Cole, please don't cancel your show.
I really hope that he doesn't see this later and punch me or something.
Yeah, this is for promotional purposes. September 4th, you have Census and Coach Light. Tell me about these bands, or Census.
So Census is bigger in the Arkansas metal scene. They're Arkansas based. I actually met their drummer because he's the old drummer for Deep Sequence. He's an awesome musician, awesome human, just great all around. They're awesome. And also, I actually almost forgot, we are partnering with the Walmart Amp to do a ticket giveaway for that show for Five Finger Death Punch in October. So if you want to be entered for a free raffle to Five Finger Death Punch for 2 tickets, you have to show up to that show.
September 4th.
September 4th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So September 12th, you have Hellraiser. Is it an event?
That's an event. It's for ACO. They're a nonprofit. They help with art in the community. They come from North Little Rock or Little Rock area, I believe. They come from Central Arkansas, though, and they always throw a fire show. Always.
Fight Dream, TV Preacher, Happiness Beast, and Proto Hive. What a lineup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So there'll be a big one. Big shows that are going on here. Tell me about this venue. We're here at West End. It's over here on West Street, located downtown Fayetteville.
Yep.
You've got 2 stages, one indoor, one upstairs. Kind of describe to me what you have here and about these giant speakers that are behind me.
So these are Hennessy sound design speakers, and as of when I got told it, they were one of 4 in the US, but they're expanding rapidly. I believe it was, did you say it was Natural Lands? Nocturnal Valley is about to have about 25 of the big speakers, which is kind of insane because it gets crazy in here. And like Logan told you earlier, we don't even turn the system up halfway. I mean, I don't even think we really even turn it up a quarter of the way. It's pretty crazy.
They're huge. It's the first thing I noticed when I came in here and saw the speakers. I was like, look at these things.
Yeah.
So you have Ozark 808.
Yeah, big shout out to Ozark 808. They are some of the best humans I've had the pleasure of working with in the music industry in general. Ricky Hong, Logan Zamet, he's back there. He didn't want to be on camera, but shout out to both of them because they both have just been an extreme pleasure to work with.
Taken on this venue and turn it into a culture hub here in Fayetteville of shows.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's really been happening. Like, I would not be able to do everything that I do without them. I wouldn't be able to do it without the opportunity or without the venue at all. It definitely mostly falls on them, really.
So they do the EDM stuff and you do a lot of rock and metal shows?
Yeah, I do a lot of metal. We are basically the new space for metal considering Smoke and Barrel's gone. And also not really a new space for EDM, but we've gotten a lot busier since Weston Watson shut down, which I'm not super happy they shut down, but I am happy that we got a lot of that type of business too.
Tell me about the upstairs.
Upstairs is allegedly also the biggest patio in Northwest Arkansas, from what I've been told. And yeah, I'm planning on doing some singer-songwriter shows. Gloom Collective has thrown a couple shows up there. They've run the goth scene pretty much. And there'll be all kinds of stuff.
That's awesome.
You never know.
It's good to have options.
Oh yeah,
especially when the weather's nice and it's not 112 degrees outside.
Yeah, when it gets a little bit chillier, we'll start moving upstairs more.
That's awesome. So there's the shows going on here. Let's talk a little bit about something we were talking about earlier. We're talking about flyers and flyer design.
Yep.
Something that we've done for our bands forever, and right now we're starting to see a lot of AI take over.
Yeah.
And a lot of people relying on AI as a crutch as opposed to a tool, or they're also just using it as a faster way of getting something. And also a lot of people are just not that creative, so they might not completely understand how this is looking to other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It looks lazy as a promoter. Like, you're pretty much willing to take the easy way out every time, which is not necessary. Like, taking the easy way out doesn't mean your show is going to be busy. In fact, most of the time it means it's not. And on top of that, there's a lot of reasons why I don't use AI.
What are some of them?
For one, it kills creativity. For two, all of these companies that own these AI bots are also taking your information and stealing it as part of that collective piece of information it pulls from. And under things like copyright law, it just seems like a little bit of an edgy edgy place to be. Like
There's no parameters.
there's not. And I don't want an AI bot to take my song and then make a new song based off of that. Or I've even seen Eureka Strings had this happen. They took their whole album and basically slowed it down somehow and then reposted it with an AI album image that's not Eureka Strings, and basically had their whole album stolen that way. Yeah. Crazy
That's
stuff.
crazy. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that happening to someone that's like remotely close to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it happened to them.
that's wild.
Yeah.
If it's a super awesome flyer, people will go to a show because the flyer looks awesome.
Yeah. I also feel like AI is one of those technologies that's sort of a Pandora's box, and we don't really know every implication for it yet. And for that reason, I don't always feel comfortable using it, even for stuff like we were talking about earlier with like organizing folders or taking a beer can out of the photo, stuff like that. Like, even in that environment, we still don't really know the full implications. It's just like any other new technology that comes around. We won't know for a while, and I really don't feel entirely comfortable using it until we do.
That's a good stance to have.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the state of the Northwest Arkansas music scene right now. We've lost a lot of venues, but it feels like a lot of the artists, I mean, the creatives are still working together. People are still releasing music, and the artists are still hungry. And I would say, I mean, there's so many bands. You got 16 bands right here. And this is not all you stuff you have booked. This is just what we agreed to. We picked out 5 shows.
That's not even counting the shows that 808 is doing. That's not even counting all of our fraternity bookings. That's not, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg there.
People ask me, they'll be like, well, how many bands are there in Arkansas? And I'll be like, bands and artists?
So many.
Like, I don't know, like 5,000 or 6,000. They're like, what? And I'm like,
maybe more.
Maybe more.
Probably more.
I mean, I'm in like 10, so let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know 2 other drummers
I'm
are
in
in
like
10
4 or
bands.
5,
All
yeah.
right, cool. There we go. We got 35 bands taken care of between like 3
there,
drummers and you. So
yep, and we're not even all in the same bands.
yeah, so I know Kevin Jones is in like 10 bands himself. So there's like so many. There's the drive of the artists are here. They're thirsty, they're hungry, and looking for opportunities and stuff like that.
Yes.
But as venues close, we're starting to look at third spaces. We're starting to look at, you know, I'm seeing things where people aren't touring as much, and content is the new touring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of different, and it's hard to explain to music fans exactly what is going on here, because we see drinking culture going down and the younger folks are drinking less, and they're like, well, that means they're not spending as much. But what that really means, a lot of these, the way that a band is,
yes and no. I mean, people still buy alcohol here. They still buy alcohol at George's.
That's true.
You know.
So I think whenever you look at, but we don't have to have alcohol served for a show to happen, and that's kind of cool.
No.
So,
because I personally, even when I'm throwing shows, I don't make money off the bar myself either. You know what I mean? So that's not even.
But I think that's part of the
thing.
thing. Whereas, like, for an artist to get paid fairly, I always feel like, especially if you're like an original artist, getting paid like from the door is the most of like, that's like the only way you can get paid. The days of like taking a percentage sale, bar stuff.
Yeah,
it's like that's like 1980s, 90s type stuff.
Yeah,
maybe early 2000s.
There are still some places that do it. Brews, for instance.
Do they have no cover?
No, they do not have a cover.
Okay.
Yeah, they're one of the few
model
places.
still works.
Yeah,
because they can write it into their expense.
Yeah,
but whenever you are bringing in a sound guy that costs $175 to $300 a night, so that's a cost right off the top. Then you got to have a door guy. We get like, and you're like, well, you don't have to pay them very. Like, these are people that have a job, so yeah, you do. So you pay them. You want good people, and so you're like $4 or $5 in the hole before you even start, without even looking at your expenses of liquor, alcohol. Everything that's involved.
And I sat and talked with Ricky at one point and saw the taxes that they paid just on alcohol sales alone, and it's insane. It's over 25%. When it's all said and done, between the state and everything else, it's about 37-ish. And that's a large part of the reason why these venues are going down.
It's a very, like, I know it from the hospitality side of just managing bars and restaurants or whatever, but like, it's a thing. It's literally the science of what the problem is. Whenever you get down to the source of it, it comes down to how much income is being generated.
Yeah.
And so yeah, society changes and stuff, but then taxes, inflation, and then all these other things hitting all at once. So
Yeah.
if you were to talk to any fans or be able to speak to any fans, tell them how important it is to come to shows right now.
I would say it's more important than it's ever been to come to shows right now, because right now, every time a venue is lost, a little bit of freedom of speech is lost, and that is an endless rabbit hole, right? And on top of that, there's propaganda coming from both sides of the political spectrum right now. Like, I don't care who you are, it's happening. That's happening. And music venues are one of the only ways to truly cut through propaganda, not even just to the public, but like in your own mental eye. It's one of the few true ways to do that.
Everybody's together when the music starts.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, there's not a lot of things like that
No.
almost every single person on the planet enjoys when they're together. Well, where can people go to find out more about the shows at West End, and where can people go find your music?
So you can find out about shows for West End on West End's Facebook page. You look up West End Faye, you'll find a lot of the shows there. They also have an Instagram. Go look that up. You can find my music streaming anywhere you gather your streams, literally anywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Deezer, you name it, I'm on it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on. Thanks
Yeah,
for
of course.
chatting. Thanks for throwing all these shows. Thanks for all the work you do and for being a part of Music Week.
Yeah, of course.
If you follow the podcast, go to BeatsByTravis.com and you'll be able to follow the podcast there. Follow Beats by Travis podcast on all socials and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Come on, turn the music real loud, let's go for a ride. Let the dance floor guide, put your worries aside, cause there's a party over here and it's on the rise. We some shooting stars burning up against the sky. So wherever you are, go ahead and move them thighs, cause the moves that you do seduce the eye. You a bad man, my jammer, you a Cobra Kai. Get your stardust ready, we gon' sprinkle the night. Dodging cosmic rays, warp speed, space flight. Put your glasses in the air if they pouring it right. I got the laser gun, baby, it's some killer lights. It's going down underground like stalactites. Yeah, we all love the galaxy. Everyone in the crowd feeling bubbly. The heat got a body wetter than a submarine, but we gon' keep on dancing in this laser beam. Laser beam, laser beam, laser beam. Keep on dancing in this laser beam. Laser beam, laser beam, laser beam. Keep on dancing in this laser beam. What they want till they ask for more. 5, 6, 7, 8. We supernova through the party, leaving bodies through the wake. Nah, if you're having fun, then you made a mistake. Cause the way we pump a bass, it be causing a quake. Got a feeling in your bones that be causing a shake. From the southern vocal tones that be sweeter the cake. All thriller, no filler for your listening sake. Light us up on the dance floor, shake and bake. When I glance at your body, do a double take. Trying real damn hard to annoy the snake. I might just lay back and enjoy the vape. We in space, but we coming from the diamond state. It be that GTG and it ain't no fake. And the sex be a killer, Crystal Lake.